Concept of species, it's a basic unit of classification. You can see this, it the endest, the lowest version of this entire taxonomic hierarchy is your species. So it's a basic unit of classification. Now you may ask me, students, ki, ma'am, what about this? This is not being thought. What about taxonomical aids? Usually what happens is this thing, this taxonomical aids is deleted from your syllabus, students. A couple of years ago, the organization which runs your NEET and KCET, especially NEET, okay, had these NCRT books, the one who makes your NCRT books, those organization had deleted certain amount of syllabus. They had cut down certain amount of syllabus from your textbooks. The recent version which you have has the textbooks which is deleted. So a couple of years ago, this part was there, taxonomical aids, which is not required for you all now because it will not be asked into your board exams, of course, not at all will be asked. But when comes to NEET level, certain cases where what happens is, whenever we are speaking in the terms of the entire chapter, certain cases will be overlapped. For example, just to tell you, respiration and circulation is overlapped. Respiration is altogether a different process. Circulation and respiration are different processes. But if I say it is a mixture of both, yes. How? Now, whatever oxygen you take in, it goes to your lungs, of course. It is a part of respiration because it will go into lungs. Now, the oxygen doesn't stay itself there. It has to go to your body also, right? Who takes the oxygen to the body? Who takes it? Blood. Blood is a part of circulation. So, respiration and circulation, sometimes the topics comes like this, a little overlapping of things. So, in that regard, whichever topics a part of any upcoming chapters, if I feel that it has to be taught for a better understanding, then only I'll be teaching all those. These taxonomical aids is not part of your syllabus, so not to worry. But still, if you have to speak, it is herbarium, botanical garden, museum, zoological park, species and animals which were added, which is a part of taxonomy, how it helps to turn the species or to help them to study, which is not a part, so let's not worry about that. The next thing what we have to do is, in the previous slide we had seen this taxonomic hierarchy, this entire thing. It has been explained with a diagram for a better understanding, students. Now what you can see here is this part is kingdom. Yes, of course, this part is kingdom, what you can see with the arrow pointing out. Kingdom, division, class, order, family, genus and species. Now the same way, this is how usually your classification runs. Here they have given the definitions. As you can know, kingdom is the highest category and species will become the lowest category. These are all the definitions which they have included. Now to explain in few words the same thing I have told you all. Kingdom as being the highest, species as being the lowest, hold certain type of levels in between them as well. Now these levels, how do you have a better understanding of it? When we say kingdom, kingdom is a large thing. It is a plantae. Now, kingdom will be either plantae or animalia. Okay, a couple of more will be there as well. Let's focus on plantae or animalia. Now, when we are speaking about plantae and animalia, you can see there's a couple of plants. Plants, there are many. Okay, now when it comes a little lower way, we'll go a little lower. Okay, now if we go from plants to a little lower division. Lower division is phylum. Now in this entire plantae, we have only taken flowering plants. As you all know, there are a couple of plants. All the plants doesn't flower. So only the flowering plants is picked up. Okay, only the flowering plants is picked up. That is called as angiosperms, which have flowering plants. So only which will flower is been considered in this category. A little more down we go. We have taken the class. Now class holds dicots or monocots. You know, there will be two differentiation. One will be dicots and one will be monocots, respectively. Dicotyledon or monocotyledon. Now plants are again divided into dicotyledon and monocotyledon. Now again differentiation. Now in this, the example which we have taken is actually rose. So for this, rose belongs to a dicotyledon. So again a differentiation has come, students. So the one more. So you can see again cut down of the specimens because a lower class strict. Then we take order, Rosales. Rosales holds all the roses and their family, like particular type of allies which are very similar and holds one or more genera of your, one or more families of your, what you say, the roses. So next, again you can see, again it is cut down. Next what we have is family here, that is Rosaceae. This completely includes anyone which is a family of a rose, which belongs to a rose family. Okay, we can see this is the rose family, again cut down, it has happened. And then what we can see is genus, and then lastly what we can see is species. Now you can see here genus. Genus is rose, rosa. Okay, A is added, it is not E there. So it is a genus. You can see anything which is very similar to resemble in characteristics, which has correlated characteristics, which are very similar to each other. Usually put down with similar characteristics and dissimilarities. You can see everything here looks similar to rose, something similar to it. But now species is one which you are especially speaking about. These species are the one which is the basic unit of classification and which have a highest level of resemblance. When you consider this entire thing, if you ask me which two specimens have highest level of resemblance, it is usually species. One species to one more species, if they belong to the same category, they have highest level of resemblance. The higher you go, the resemblance becomes lesser in fact. Yes or no? Because this is the most resemblance, and as we go higher into this hierarchy, it will become less. This is species, and again what it is given here. These are the individual resemble one another, so they can freely interbreed and produce offsprings. Whenever we speak about species, the main thing what we speak is about interbreeding. Of course, if we are interbreeding two species of the same category, then it is a fertile offspring. If we do an interbreed between up and down in your hierarchy, you won't get a fertile offspring. So species is the one which can freely interbreed and produce you the fertile offspring.